How's it, guys? Welcome back to the stream. Very happy to be here, and it is a Friday, and it's the first Friday of the month, so that means that we have NFP. So, it's going to be a very, very volatile day because non-farm payrolls gives a lot of volatility to the market, and I'm going to go through exactly what that is. And then obviously we have Coinbase delisting a couple of important coins, which is very, very interesting, and I'm going to go through all of the other economic events that have been happening, and then at the end I'm going to go through a few charts, and then obviously if you want to like and subscribe, that would be amazing. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So obviously I'm on Forex Factory. It's the best economic event website you can use, and this is where I get all my updates for what's happening in the world of news. And you can see today at 3:30 p.m. SA time we have non-farm payrolls, which is basically job creations in the US. And obviously, so when the actual amount that comes out today is greater than the forecast, this is very bullish for the dollar. So because if you think about it, if there's more jobs being created than what's forecasted, the dollar will strengthen. So if this happens, Bitcoin is likely to fall. So we need to watch that. And then the unemployment rate's coming out as well. So that's very interesting, and obviously if the unemployment rate's higher, this is also good for the currency, so we have to wait and see for that. So there's a very, very important day today. I don't suggest trading within this time frame at all. It's very important that you don't. And yeah, so that's pretty much all the news we have today. We have a bit of CAD news, but that doesn't really affect crypto at all, so I'm not going to go over that. And yeah, so getting straight into it. So Coinbase delists XRP, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum Classic. So to me, this doesn't really make sense because I kind of understand why they would delist Ethereum Classic and Bitcoin Cash, because basically they're hard forks. So what that means is when a blockchain splits into two, they kind of are like forks of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So a lot of people don't really know the future of these two coins, so that's kind of why they are delisting them. Whereas with XRP, they're delisting it because of the whole scandal with the Securities and Exchange Commission. You know how they've been sued Ripple Labs for the last couple of years, and they've been going to court trying to resolve this issue. So to me, it doesn't put Coinbase in a good light at all, and obviously Coinbase's been in the firing range with the whole FTX and Genesis scandal. So this is very, very interesting. And what is quite nice is that we do have you can withdraw your funds. Although they're getting delisted, you can still withdraw your funds. So at least they're giving you the option, but this doesn't put Coinbase in the right light. So not too sure why they're doing this, but they are. So and then we have New York proposes to charge crypto companies for regulating. So this is very, very bullish because New York actually, they weren't supporting this early in the year. So now that this guy Harris, he's obviously part of the board, and he said through licensing, supervision, and enforcement, we hold companies to the highest standards in the world. And then he said the ability to collect supervisory costs will help the department continue to protect consumers and ensuring the safety and soundness of the industry. So basically what he's trying to do is he's trying to protect crypto. So I mean it's very bullish for crypto and for the long-term endeavors of where the crypto market is going. So I feel like this is very good, and it does hold crypto in a good light after exactly what we've had this year. I mean, it's been a crazy year. I mean, it's definitely one for the books. So yeah, this was very interesting, and yeah, it's very, very good to see that this is happening. So yeah, and then obviously you guys know about the whole FTX scandal. So what they're saying is the fastest corporate failure in US history. So I mean, people are saying that this may be kind of like the 2008 crash. You know how with the stock exchange. So this definitely people are going to look back into this time frame in 2025, 2030. It's going to be the one for the books. I mean, people are definitely going to look back and be like, yo, do you guys remember 2022? So yeah, I mean, obviously Sam Bankman-Fried, people are looking for him, and I think he's going to have to pay. He's been paying back a lot of assets to consumers and clients, so this was definitely one of the biggest events that's ever happened. So we just have to wait and see, because I mean, if this didn't happen, I honestly do think Bitcoin could have rallied to around 30k, because I'll go over the graphs now and show you why I say that, because the dollar is very topped out. I mean, it's kind of finding new lows, and it hasn't been this low within the last year. So I'm going to go over those graphs and show you exactly why I think this could definitely be, well, should have been the option. I mean, if this didn't have to happen, it would be a no-brainer that Bitcoin would be up there. So yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. So I've got a few Twitter tweets that actually came through today. So daily on-chain exchange flows. So basically it shows you how much is in and how much is out. So interesting enough, people are still buying more Bitcoin in rather than out. So the net flow is positive, whereas Ethereum minus 27 million out. So people are withdrawing their Ethereum to obviously their wallets. So people are scared with FTX going down, and other companies like Coinbase and other ones that were in the firing range of going down. So I mean, it does make sense that people are removing their money from exchanges, which is very bullish. I mean, think about long-term investments. This is the key to keeping people into the crypto industry. So the more people that take their money out from exchanges, it's a positive. So and then obviously 38 million from USDT. So that's very interesting. How people are withdrawing their money. It's a minus. So I think a lot of people are scared about USDT as well. So that was quite interesting to see. And then over here, the total value of Ethereum 2.0 deposit contract reached all-time high. So you can see here that the deposits of Ethereum have been climbing. So a lot of people are accumulating at these levels. I mean, it is the levels to accumulate. I mean, price hasn't been this low within the last two and a bit years. So it is one of those years that you have to accumulate your money in. And Ethereum is definitely here to stay, and so is Bitcoin. So we just have to wait and see. But within this range, it is, I mean, obviously you can see it's going up at a rapid pace. So we have 2021, I mean, we literally had an all-time high around 15.4 million addresses. So very interesting. And then we have primary, so this is basically, so it shows you whales to from exchanges. So the whales are actually accumulating more. So whales been contributing to outsized manner of distribution. So the whales are accumulating more in this time. So whenever a whale communicates, I mean, buys more Bitcoin, and it is a good sign that, it is a good time to get in. So this chart's very interesting to look at, and I do agree with what they're trying to do. These prices are very low, and if I'll speak about where I think the bottom is as well in the charts, because this could potentially be the bottom, because we have a few indicators that align with being in the bottom. So we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of indications that we may be in the bottom, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, and then looking at the graphs now, I've got technical analysis to go over for you guys. So let's just get straight into it. So I'm going to go over Bitcoin, and we'll start off on the weekly. So I was speaking about this range in the last live session. So we have this bounce over here. So we have this bounce. You can see over here, highlighted here, 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounce, and then over here we have another bounce. So we've currently just bounced off the zone, and this zone has been respected since 2017. It's a very long time. So the more respects of a level you get, the higher probability of it bouncing again. So it just shows you that if we get a bounce that's why I keep on saying this 21,000 level is so important, because that's the most recent high. If we manage to break this high, we can be bullish again. So we just have to wait and see, but it's looking quite good for Bitcoin. We closed in a bullish week, having closed in a bullish week within the last 3 weeks, and now it looks like we've got 2 days until we close the next weekly candle. So we have to wait and see. I was looking at this 12,000 level. We have to break the lows in order for us to get there. It's a no-brainer. So we have to break these lows here at about 15,500. This low here is very important. If we hold this low and we break the 21,000, I don't see us coming back down at all. So we have to wait and see. And I mean, at the moment we do look bullish, and I can show you why as well on this chart. So when looking at the RSI, I mean, I'm not going to use the MACD here. So we have a bullish divergence that I spoke about in the last live stream, and I said it could potentially play out, and actually it has. The last bearish divergence that we've had in Bitcoin history was over here. We had this bearish divergence over here, and look how far we've come down. So you can see, if I take the chart from here to here, we had these higher highs accumulating on the chart, and then these lower highs on the RSI, which indicates that prices are going to come down, and that's exactly what we got. I mean, we literally went down 75% from there, and now we are currently getting that bullish divergence. So we're creating these lower lows in the market, but on the RSI we're creating higher lows, so that indicates that price should come up. So it's quite interesting to see that, and it's definitely played out, because we have got this bounce, whereas if it wasn't played out, we wouldn't have got that bounce. So yeah, I mean, we just have to wait and see, but we have to break this 21,000 level in order for us to be bullish again. So yeah, I mean, let's take a look on a shorter time frame. So what do I expect for Bitcoin within the next couple of days? Let's see. So at the moment we've got this kind of symmetrical triangle happening here, and we are currently retesting these highs, and it looks like we are coming back down into this zone. So what's going to happen is, if we break this 17,000 high over here, let me just take this away. So if we break this 2017 high, I mean this 17,000 high, sorry, we can look for that increase to the 17,190 level. So as you can see, we've tapped into it quite a few times, and over here it's the most recent high. So in order for us to break that, we need a strong volume, and I think if the data is positive today for Bitcoin, we can break that, and we can retest this 17,600. So I mean, at the moment we need to break this to the upside, and we need a bullish confirmation, we need a green candle, and we need a bounce. That's currently what we need for us to break this level. So I mean, we broke out a bit, came back, we're retesting, and if we fall down into this level, we can see this 16,700. So we need to wait for some type of confirmation in order for us to, but my prediction kind of is still set on this, but it's irrelevant kind of for today because of the news. So once the news comes out, you know, you can't do much. So that's Bitcoin, and then I'm gonna go to the dollar quickly to show you what's happening here. This is very interesting, and I've shown you guys this before on the last live, but look at this. We have this parabolic uptrend, and you can see. Let me go on the daily just to make it a bit more clear. We had this parabolic uptrend since August 2021. 2021. You can see how we've been uptrend for since November, October, and we were forming this parallel channel to the downside, and we got this breakdown from this trend line over here, which was a parallel channel, descending channel here, and currently we broke the lows. We've confirmed broke the lows. So the next zone to look at is only this zone here, the 101, the 101.60. That's the zone that I'm going to be looking at, and so that's kind of why I do think that the dollar has topped out. I mean, the last time we've been at this level, if you're looking at, it was 2002, sorry. Okay, yeah, 2002 was the last time we've been at this level. So I honestly do think that we've topped out. Been a number of weekly candles, and this is obviously, it's bullish for Bitcoin, but what is happening now is that Bitcoin not really following the dollar, which is a bit frustrating in terms of, because if the Bitcoin was following the dollar now, we would be at 30,000, and then that's what I was saying. We would be that high. It's because the whole FTX, the Genesis, the Celsius, all these different types of scandals that have happened this year has been creating huge doubts on the market, and now the crypto is kind of, you know, following its own path, and it's not following the dollar. So once everything starts to cool off, we may see that big rally. I'm not too sure what the time frame that would be, but the dollar is looking weak, which is bullish for Bitcoin. That's all you need to know. Yeah, then now I'm going to go through Ethereum. I've done a bit of analysis here for Ethereum that I want to go over. So on the 4-hour chart, let me just do this. On the 4-hour chart, okay, we had this breakout of this recent high here, and you can see that we broke out, and we retested this zone here. This zone was the most recent high over here, and this zone is important because, as you can see, there's so much liquidity here. It's just sitting here, and we currently broke all these shorts that were sitting at these levels, and we retested these highs at 1311. So if we break these highs up here again, then we can look for that level at the top here. So that's our 2-hour resistance that we've been looking at for the last couple of weeks, and that is at 13,025. So we need to break above that, and you can see how much imbalance is sitting here. We have this whole candle here, and this candle here shows that there's a lot of imbalance, where basically imbalance just means that sellers and buyers are sitting above and below these levels, and not a lot of trading is happening in